I'm going to count down to 5, and then I'm going to just say 5, and if you can count down to 5 in your head, and then go.
Yep.
And in 5.
Thank you so much, Tushar. Hi, everyone. This is Lamai Haasan, the Managed Services Channel Lead for Cisco in Middle East and Africa. I'm happy to be here today with you to discuss with you the opportunity around managed services in our region and globally. So in today's presentation, we will cover some of the market trends and give you some insights about what's happening in our market. And we'll share with you some insights as well about why you can partner with Cisco to win the managed service opportunity, how we can help you and your customers bring more value. And I will cover as well part of our managed service portfolio with a deep dive into Meraki. And then finally, I would love to share with you some details around the provider program, which we have designed specifically to help you be more profitable with managed service and to help you as well with your managed service go-to-market strategy. So to kick it off, the opportunity that we're seeing in small businesses and mid-size segments as well is huge around managed services. These customers are consuming more and more solutions around security, around collaboration and networking, and definitely data center. And they are looking for partners that can provide them with additional value out of this technological solutions. So it's not only about the IT solution itself, but how it can bring more value to their businesses. So when we talk about small business, we see that 30% of small businesses are now consuming managed services from their vendors and partners. And we expect that the year-over-year increase or growth in adoption of managed service will reach 92% this year. Moreover, which is very important as well, that only 20% of these customers in the small to mid-size segments, only 20% of them have internal IT staff, which means that the majority is actually looking for companies that can help them operate and manage the solutions that they have. If we have a deeper and closer look into the adoption of managed service per technology or per architecture, you can see here that the growth is double-digit across almost all solutions. So whether we talk about managed security or managed unified communication and collaboration or data center, the growth of managed service adoption is double-digit. And that's why in Cisco, we are investing a lot to capture this opportunity and to help our partners capture it as well. This is just one example from the Saudi market around security managed service. So the total addressable market is expected to exceed $300 million by 2023. So this is just one country and one architecture, which is security. So if we look at the bigger picture for the overall market and across all the architectures, you can imagine how the TAM can be really huge. So when we talk about Cisco, how we can help you and our customers capture this opportunity. So our role is not only to help the customers build managed service solutions, but also to help you as a partner to offer it in a profitable way and in a way that would actually help you increase your revenues. So what our customers are asking or are demanding, they want to make use of their IT spendings. They just don't want it to be a cost. They want to create business value out of it. The second thing is that they want to reduce the IT cost or at least keep it under control, and they have full visibility on their spendings. They want to increase their security, definitely. They want it to be more effective, especially after the pandemic and the remote workers and all of that. They definitely need to have better visibility as well on their security postures. They want to have better control and flexibility in their IT environment. And this is from the customer side. And definitely we will help you meet the requirements for the customers. But when we talk about you, our partner, you also have your own requirement. If you want to become a managed service provider, then you definitely have some requirements that we in Cisco are trying to meet and to provide you with solutions to all the complexities that you might find as a managed service provider. So our MSPs would want to increase the revenues, find new revenue streams, and acquire new customers, and definitely retain existing customers, which is very important. The second thing is that they want to grow the revenues, that's for sure. And then one of the most important and most complex situations an MSP would find is actually if they want to cover different architectures and different technologies from different vendors, they find that the complexity of managing the dashboards and doing the integrations and all of that, it really becomes very complex, right? Another thing is how to become profitable. If you want to operate in a managed service business, then definitely you're looking at your bottom line. You want to increase your bottom line and to make your business as profitable as possible. So in Cisco, we are trying to meet the customer requirements as well as the MSP requirements. So we're providing you and the customers with our innovative solutions and APIs to integrate our dashboards and platforms to your dashboards as well and to our customers' tools, right? We are also looking at not only the technology, but how to consume this technology, how to consume the solution itself. So here we're talking about the consumption model. And that's why towards the end of the presentation, I will share with you a high-level view of our managed service licensing agreement, which is created in specific for our MSPs to make the consumption model less risky and more of a pay-as-you-grow model. And then definitely I will touch base as well on our channel program. We have a dedicated program for our provider partners that would ensure their profitability and support their go-to-market. So let's have a deeper look at what we've been able to achieve over the last few years with our MSPs. First of all, last year, we achieved more than $5.6 billion of managed service business only from the product side. We have, in terms of the channel landscape for the MSPs, we have 750 provider gold and premier partners, and we have 1,400 provider select partners globally. And to be able to manage all of that, we have to provide you with the program benefits, the provider program benefits, which we designed specially for MSPs. We have to help you do the service creation to be able to develop the right service with the right description, with the right SLAs and all of that. So we help our partners in the service creation. And finally, we are transforming a big part of our offerings to be more MS friendly or MSP friendly. So the offers and the consumption models are now being tailored to meet the MSP's expectations. So as an MSP, you don't necessarily have to invest a lot of CapEx to bring in a new solution to your customer and to manage it for them. So the build model, where you build your own solution and host it in your data center, is definitely one way to do that. But also we have a more flexible way, especially for the SMEs, which is basically consuming our own cloud services in Cisco. So whether we talk about WebEx or we talk about Umbrella, for example, or Meraki, you don't have to build the solution from scratch in your data center. You just need to consume the solution from our own cloud, which will help you scale and actually go to market much quickly. And then finally, and recently, as you may know, we have also announced our Cisco Plus program, which is basically the consumption, everything is consumed as a service. So pay-as-you-grow model for all the technologies, but we started with only hybrid cloud for now, and it's not yet launched in MEA as we speak, but we will keep you updated moving forward. Now, as I mentioned, the complexity of managing multiple vendors can be really a real pain to the partners. And that's why we believe that with Cisco, you can drive more simplicity to your tools and more simplicity to your customers as well. So whether your customer is looking for network solutions, so whether Wi-Fi or SD-WAN or switching, or if they want to consume as well security services or collaboration services, this is where you can partner with Cisco to build an end-to-end solution to your customers and reduce your internal IT complexity as an MSP. And here is a sample of some of the packages that and the use cases that you can build for your small and mid-sized customers. Just a sample. It doesn't necessarily have to be what you create, but it's just a flavor of what we can build together to address your customers. So when we talk about the secure teleworker, for example, again, after the pandemic, most of us are working from home. So we need a collaboration tool and we need a security solution as well to secure our connection. So this is where some of our MSPs are bundling together with WebEx along with the Umbrella solution. Another use case would be secure Wi-Fi. So your customers is looking to have a Wi-Fi solution that is secured, 100% secured. So how to deliver that? We have the option of bundling together Meraki Wi-Fi, for example, so Meraki access point, along with the umbrella license, right? Another use case would be if you're dealing with a customer, for example, that has 10 branches, a small retailer that has 5 to 10 branches, and he wants to connect them securely and at the same time have better application performance and minimize the delays of the connectivity. So this is where we can together build an offering around Cisco SD-WAN, whether it be Meraki or Viptela, but definitely for small and mid-sized customers, Meraki would be more flexible, more agile, and more cost-effective. So this is just a sample of what we can build together, Cisco and our MSPs. Now comes the question, how can we define the use cases? How can we define the services together? And how we can go to the market together to maximize the benefits out of the offer that we build together. So here's the real value, where we offer you the support throughout the service creation lifecycle. So starting from the ideation workshops that we can have with you as an MSP, we define together, what is your strategy? What are the segments that you're targeting? What are the customer size, the customer industries? What are the expertise that you have inside your organization from a technical perspective, and even the sales coverage that you have. So we combine all that together and we help you define the right offering to your customer. So whether it is Meraki or whether it's a cloud-based or a hosted solution like hosted collaboration or Viptela, regardless of the solution, we will help you build it. We will help you do the right pricing, the right business case, profitable business case for sure. And after that, we define the right go-to-market strategy together. So the marketing campaigns, even the enablement part, so a bit of operational stuff. So how are you going to train your internal teams that will do the management or the operational support? The delivery, who is going, the teams that will deliver the solution on customer premises and do the implementation and configuration. We help you define the overall framework, the overall methodology, so that at the end of the day, we have the right product, the right offering to the right market. We have the resources that can help you with that. We have our service creation BDMs, and we will be happy to support you during or throughout your journey, creating the offerings to the market. So in a nutshell, with Cisco Provider Program and our focus on managed service, it's not only the technology and the innovation that we are bringing, but also we are also providing our profitable or the programs that will make you as a partner more profitable. And we are providing you with a joint go-to-market strategy. So we have experience with service providers and MSPs globally. We launched more than 2,000 services so far across the globe. And this is where we can provide you with insights and expertise around the go-to-market. So now, if we talk more about the portfolio itself, which is very important. I know that most of us are now asking this question: what can Cisco offer in terms of offerings and solutions? So the first thing I would like to discuss with you is Meraki. Meraki is a cloud-based infrastructure solution. It has been one of the most successful offerings that Cisco launched over the last few years. And why is that? First of all, you can see here with the numbers and the analysis that we did covering all of our customer base, you can see that 59% of our customers who purchased within, who tried Meraki, who tried the license, the free licenses or the free trials, 59% of them actually purchased Meraki. So if you do a POC for maybe 100 customers, 59 of them will actually ask you for a Meraki order. Another thing is the renewals, which is very important. Now, you sold something to your customer, maybe 10 access points for 3 years, a license 3 years. After 3 years, how many customers would actually come back to you saying, hey, I want to renew my license, right? I'm happy with the solution and I want to renew it. 91% of Meraki customers asked for renewal. So you can see how the adoption level has reached. Also, for when you take the adoption from a different angle, which is basically 45% of the customers would actually repurchase within the first 12 months. So they sign a contract with you today, maybe for Meraki Wi-Fi, and then after 2 months or 3 months or 4 months, they will come back to you either to expand on what they have purchased. So if they bought maybe 20 access points, they would ask for more because they are expanding and they are happy with the previous service. And even they will start adding additional solutions from Meraki. So they purchased access point, they will come to you asking for maybe security. You can offer them Meraki UTM, you can offer them Meraki camera, and so on. Finally, you can triple the purchase value with Meraki customers 3 times within 24 months. So if they purchase from you today with 100K, in 24 months, they will purchase with 300K. So they will triple the purchase value from your customers with Meraki solutions simply because we offer a vast majority of products under the same dashboard, under the same platform. So as I mentioned, we have Meraki switches, Meraki access points, Meraki SD-WAN, Meraki security, Meraki cameras. So multiple products under the same umbrella that you can launch with your customers, and you can provide to your customers one after the other based on their requirements. Now comes the important question. Is Meraki a suitable solution for MSPs, or is just for simple resale? I would say that Meraki for MSPs is the most mature, is one of the most mature products that we have in our MS portfolio. And why is that? We have here the multi-tenant platform. You can host as many customers as you want. Each one will have his own network, his own view, his own access. And you have here the dashboard where you can access all the boxes that you have implemented for your customers, whether it's switches or access points or whatever. You can manage all of that from a multi-tenant dashboard. Another thing is that we offer you can have your own dashboard as an MSP. You might have your own dashboard, your customer dashboard that you share with your customers, and you can brand it with your name. Right? It doesn't necessarily need to have Meraki. So you can do a white labeling on the dashboard. Another thing is the fact that with Meraki dashboard, you can integrate through APIs with your tools as well as your customer tools. And you start, even if you have a DevNet and if you have software arm inside your organization, you can start to customize some of the offerings and integrate some of Meraki features to meet a customer requirement or to help the customer meet a certain use case. So this is the view that you can get, one of the views that you can get on the dashboard. You are the MSP, you have your dashboard, you open the dashboard, you can categorize it per customer or build it per customer. So customer A, customer B, customer C, and so on. And for each customer, you can view, or you can have a view of the different networks that they have and the different products that they have. Another view, if you are trying to scale with a certain service, and this service, you have more or less a fixed configuration that you can apply on all customers. So this, in this case, you can have the dashboard and you can categorize it per service, not per customer. So the sky is the limit with Meraki. You can organize your dashboard the way you want. Now comes the licensing. So when you purchase Meraki from Cisco, what is exactly the licensing look like? So for each hardware you purchase from Meraki, you have a license. So it's a one-to-one relationship, right? And the license term can be 1, 3, 5, 7, or 10 years. So you can choose whatever is most suitable for you and for your customer. Again, with the centralized management, you can manage everything from a single dashboard, regardless of which product exactly under Meraki umbrella. You can manage them all seamlessly from the same dashboard. You can do the troubleshooting, you can do the monitoring, the reporting, everything from the dashboard. You can also provide your customers with firmware and security updates directly from the web. And all of that is inclusive inside the license itself. You don't need to purchase anything additional or on top of the license. You also have 24/7 support and definitely warranty agreements. And the 24/7 support here means that you as an MSP can provide the service and you provide level 1 and level 2 support. And then with complex troubleshooting or complex incidents, you can refer to Meraki support as your level 3. Finally, as I mentioned, all these features are included in the license. You don't have to purchase a separate license for each feature that you want. Everything comes under the same license. Okay, some additional information about the licensing and the capabilities around the Meraki licensing. First of all, you can do partial renewals. So if you have a customer that purchased in the past maybe 100 license for 100 boxes, and he just wants to renew 50%, so 50 licenses, this is doable. You can renew any type of, any number of licenses, right? And you do not renew the rest. The second important thing, which is as well one of the the main questions that we get from our MSPs, if my customer shuts down his sites tomorrow and he doesn't want the license anymore, neither the boxes. So this is where we tell you as an MSP, you can simply detach the license from the customer equipment or the Meraki equipment, and you redeploy it or reattach it to other customers. So you take the license from access point with customer X and you deploy it or attach it to another customer that does need the service. So no risk with the licenses, being stuck and you cannot resell it to another customer. Okay. Another thing is that the renewal of the license is within 90 days. So it happens 90 days after the purchase. The APIs, we talked about the APIs. And then finally, you can shut down devices for any reason. I mean, if there is a customer that is maybe not paying his monthly subscription to you or whatever, and you want to simply shut down the device, you can do it per device. You don't have to shut down the whole network. You can do it on the device level. So all of these are features and capabilities for Meraki licensing that are mainly designed to help you as an MSP to offer a flexible and risk-free services to your customers. Now, if we talked about the the dashboard and the capabilities, but what are the use cases that you can bring or you can bring to your customers through Meraki? So the most straightforward one is definitely the business Wi-Fi. So we have Meraki Wi-Fi access points, and then you can start providing lots of features to your customers, whether we talk about the multiple SSIDs, the splash page for retail customers, for example, a cafe or a shop, and he wants to have displayed a splash page to welcome the landing page to welcome and get some information about the visitors. You can have the analytics as well, how many customers visited my store today, how many of them, what is the percentage of the new visitors or the new clients, and what is the percentage of recurring clients who visited the store before. All of that you can pull out from the Meraki dashboard. Another use case is also the managed LAN, and most of the MSPs would sell it hand in hand with the Wi-Fi. So you sell an access point and the switch, right? Another thing is definitely security and SD-WAN. And here I would like to highlight that both of them are actually embedded in the same box, which is the Meraki UTM, Unified Threat Management Box. So whether you want to position it as an SD-WAN solution, or you want to position it as simply a UTM with firewall and IPS capabilities, you can do both ways, right? One of our major SPs in Europe, he first launched the secure Meraki solution, and he deployed hundreds and thousands of Meraki UTM. And then when the SD-WAN started to pick up 2 years ago in the market, in the European market, he started to, with no cost at all, no additional license, no additional boxes, nothing at all. He just started to launch a new service and market a new service, which is basically the SD-WAN on the same boxes. It was just a matter of simple configuration on them remotely through the dashboard. And he started to monetize additional features with no cost at all. And as I mentioned earlier, we also have the Meraki cameras and Meraki sensors, for temperature, water leak, door open and close, and all of that. So this is a high-level view of which use cases you can bring to your customers. Now that we talked about Meraki, and as I mentioned, it's one of the most successful MSP offerings that we have in the region. And here in MEA, we have multiple successful stories with Meraki, with the major SPs across the Gulf, across Middle East, and across Africa, and definitely globally. Now, if we move from Meraki to the security portfolio itself, we have the security portfolio covers the network security, endpoint security, and cloud security. For network, we have definitely our Meraki UTM, and we also have definitely also the firewall, the next generation firewall. We have our endpoint security, which is basically the AMP for endpoints. This is the former or the previous name. And then we have the cloud security offerings, which has the managed DNS security. We have the Umbrella MSSP, Umbrella Easy Protect, lots of flavors for Umbrella. Now, if we move to Cisco Umbrella and have a deep dive around Cisco Umbrella, we can have DNS layer security with Umbrella. We can have secure web gateway. You can have cloud delivered firewall, and you can have the CASB services as well. You can bundle the packages wherever you want, depending on your customer requirements, and all of that is delivered right away from the cloud. No CapEx required from your side at all. And if you remember the previous slide, we mentioned that you can bundle Cisco Umbrella on top of Meraki Wi-Fi, for example. And by the way, they are embedded in the same SQ. You have the access point with Umbrella license with the same SQ, and you can access Umbrella portal through Meraki dashboard as well. So it's embedded on the portal. So this is another very successful offering that we have with our MSPs. And then now that we talked about lightly about the SD-WAN through Meraki, we definitely have the SD-WAN with Viptela as well. And we talked about Umbrella and our security portfolio. This is where we combine both together, and we say that we have a full SASE architecture that you can offer to your clients. So with Meraki and Viptela SD-WAN, and or, of course, and with Cisco Duo and Cisco Umbrella, okay, you can provide the full SASE story to your customers. And we have announced recently some bundling options and some extra discounts if you go for, if you add more additional security solutions to complement your SD-WAN offerings to your clients. So this is just, again, some data and analysis done on MSPs globally that used to offer Meraki and Umbrella as simple resale, not as a managed service, and they transitioned their business to managed service, right? They started to offer them as managed service. We did a survey with them, and we found that based on their feedback, they were able to, with the managed service flavor, they were able to increase the deal size, okay, by 20% by 3 years, after 3 years. And then they were also able to increase the win ratio for their deals from 15% with the resale model to 30% with the managed service. And this is basically because of the value itself the managed service would bring to the customers, with the support that you're providing, with the help desk support, with the remote configuration and deployment options that you can have. So all of that would give you an edge over any other traditional system integrator. And then finally, they were able to double the profit, or to have a 2 times profit uplift after 3 years. And then finally, I would love to have this just very high level view over our collaboration portfolio, whether we're talking about the calling, meetings, messaging, or contact center. You have 2 options. You can offer them whether in your data center, hosting the back end in your data center with Cisco HCS and Cisco BroadWorks, or you can start offering them using and leveraging Cisco Cloud, which is basically Cisco WebEx calling and Cisco UCM cloud. So we have, you can deliver all the applications required, and you can decide on which platform you would want to offer the collaboration service with. Finally, the managed service license agreement. This is the consumption model that I mentioned at the beginning of the presentation. This is very important because we know that you as an MSP, you want to minimize the risk, right? So this is what we are offering to our MSP partners. You can have a risk-free licensing agreement because we will start billing you by the end of the month. So it's a pay-as-you-grow model, okay, a utility-based buying program. So towards the end of the month, we see how many licenses you have purchased, whether for umbrella, for example, or duo, and we charge you for that. We bill you for whatever you have consumed, right? So this is a special program. I would love to ask you all to have a closer look on this program. It's very, very beneficial. And we are adding, as we go, we are adding more and more products under the umbrella of the MSLA for a consumption-based model for our MSP partners. Finally, this is the provider program. This is the channel program that we have designed especially for MSPs. So as you all know, we have the integrator program, which has been there for many, many years, one of the most successful channel programs in the industry. And now we have the provider program, which we used to call in the past the CMSP. Now it also has 3 levels: Gold, Premier, and Select. And Gold, Premier, Select depends basically on the number of services that you are going to offer to your customers, as well as the capabilities that you have in your organizations in terms of specialization, skilled resources, capabilities around NOC and SLAs and all of that. So for Premier Provider, for example, you need to have a single Cisco powered service. For Gold Provider, you need to have 2. And then, the most basic one is the Select Provider. This is if you are offering Meraki as a managed service or security as a managed service, this is where you can become a Select Provider, and it does not require additional specialization. Now with the Cisco powered service portfolio, what is a Cisco powered service? This is let's say a blueprint or our recommendations for delivering a certain service. It could be Meraki Access or Meraki SD-WAN or one of the collaboration. This is the full portfolio of Cisco powered services. And we have certain requirements that we mandate the partners to abide with to be able to get through first of all, the audit. It will have an audit so that you become a Cisco powered service Meraki Access partner, for example. Okay, it requires some training, as I mentioned, specialization, NOC capabilities, service management capabilities. So also I'd invite you all to visit the Cisco Power Services page from Cisco, and you can get all the requirements of launching Cisco Powered Service offerings to your customers. What is the outcome, or what are the benefits that you can get out of the provider program, whether you're Select, Premier, and Gold? The first thing, and is very important, is the provider pricing. You have a special discount as a provider partner who is selling managed service. You're not just reselling, deploying, and that's it. No, you're providing a managed service product to your customer. This is where you have additional points compared to traditional system integrators. This is the standard discount. You have additional points versus the standard discount. This is the first thing. And of course, it depends on the technology itself, which type of products exactly, it varies, right? The additional points would vary. We also have incentives around marketing funds. Since you are launching new services, you are actually booking new business and more business with Cisco with your offered services. We provide you with marketing funds that would help you even accelerate more the service sales for your different offerings. Of course, it increases as the number of Cisco powered service increase. The more services you have and the more bookings you achieve, and the higher the level of the partnership that you have, Select, Premier, and Gold, the more marketing funds that you can get. We also provide you definitely with our sales and marketing enablement platforms, dashboards, and then finally the branding. So you will have the branding for Cisco Select Provider or Cisco Gold Provider, and so on. What can you do with the marketing funds? As you can see here, it covers almost everything that you can think of to promote your offering. So we have business development and go-to-market activities. You can use it for sales incentives, for funded heads. You can recruit funded heads to help you promote more. It could be sales or pre-sales or whatever you want, but it's basically to promote more your managed service to your customers. You can use it to run market research, maybe if you need some insights around the market that you operate in. And of course, the marketing part, which is digital or traditional marketing in countries that are allowed to do traditional events. you can use it as well for your campaigns, for your marketing campaigns. I hope that you find this session useful. I was really happy to join you today and to share with you our success around managed service and to share with you our portfolio. If you have any question, please do reach out to me or to Westcon. We'll be more than happy to support you. Please don't forget to take the quiz questions towards the end of the presentation. And happy day, everyone. Thank you.
Thanks, Lamia.
Thank you.
Lamia, that was great. Thank you.
Really? Yeah.
Yes.
Great. Yeah. How much time did I take?
Just over 34 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've been talking for 34 minutes. Amazing.
I don't know how you do it.
Yeah. I just noticed a couple of notifications, unfortunately, that popped up for some reason. So I'm not sure how you want to handle this part.
I didn't see those. Maybe because, let me just check.
Yeah.
Did you see the notifications? I'll go through the recording and see if I can see those notifications, but I didn't see any notifications.
You can crop them if you want. I think you have the option to maybe crop. Yeah. Because it was towards the middle of the presentation, so I didn't want to stop really. And I have it turned off. It's very strange. I turned it off. So.
Okay.
Do you remember the slide that you were on approximately?
No, but it's definitely not towards the beginning of the presentation.
Okay.
Maybe 20 minutes.
I'm just scrubbing through here. I didn't notice it.
Maybe I saw it, but it was not on the screen, you think? Because I was just sharing the slide itself, not the overall window screen. So maybe it didn't.
Okay, then that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, most probably you didn't see it.
It's fine. I think it's fine because I'm just going through. I'm in the green part of your slides, red, and that's about that. And I can't see it. Nothing has popped in.
Okay. Super. Great.
Snable, you happy?
Jackie, yeah, all good. Lamia, I just want to check with you. I have a photo of yours from the last Imagine.
Yeah.
Let me just share that. Let me just share my screen very quickly.
Yeah.
So that you can confirm if it's fine. So that I don't have to ask you for your photo again. Just give me a minute. Jackie, I'm sharing my screen. If you can just tell. If you can get
As
that
soon as it's
file.
up. Oh, there we go.
Lamia, is this photo okay?
Yeah. I think I have maybe an enhanced one, probably.
Okay, sure, no problem. I'll send you an email. You can just send across another photo, whichever one you like, not a problem.
Okay.
And Lamia, also, I'll request for 5 quiz questions. It will have to be a multiple choice. So you'll have to give me 4 options with 1 correct answer. So 5 of these questions. I'll send you an email for that as well.
Okay, agreed. I'll send it this week. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you for your time.
Awesome. Thank you.
Lamia.
Well done, Lamia. Thank you so much.